So last week I made a whole long episode about Calibre, which, if you don't know, is a program to manage your ebook collection. And I put it up, I scheduled it, and then as I was going through old episodes, I realized I've done that one already, way back in episode 65, something like that. I think that is going to start happening more and more often now, because, we're coming up on 170 regular episodes, and, it's starting to look like we are close to getting there. So I don't know how long I'll be able to maintain this twice a week schedule that we're working on. Anyway, I do have a list of programs that still need to be done. So, package manager, install Timecop. Okay, look at all the repositories. Am I going to have to speed this up? Come on, fat elk, you can do it. Taking too long. Let's try that again. That's better. This is a fairly old package. I remember it from towards the end of the BOS era. Let's see what it does. Oh, so many windows. Let's close this. Right. So the idea is, well, tell you what. I'm going to close this. And I'm going to go away for a little while, like say 10 minutes. And then we'll compare what it does, what it comes up with then, because it's just been installed. It hasn't really had time to do anything yet. It's now a few minutes later, and I've made a whole new video in that period. So, if we look at this package, all right, let's see, where is it? Packages, Timecop. Let's just expand that. Data. Nothing. Here's your application without the nice icon. And what's this in bin? Turns out that you have to run a daemon. daemon, not sure, which is supposed to be a little program that runs in the background. And it has to run all the time. So what you do is you go to Home, Config, Settings, Boot, and Launch. And there you make a little symlink. So every time you boot up, that little background program will come on automatically. But it is not a background program. It shows up here in the desk bar. Now, what should be done here is, before it gets packaged, it should be made a background app. All right, so let's save that and let's quit it here. So let's now run this version here, which I've copied to my unzip, and it no longer works. So there is something wrong with this program, because it should. Okay, let's see if it'll work if we remove it again. Nope. No, it won't. I think that was not written in C++. It's probably written in C or something. And so when you change those parameters, then because it wasn't written to the Haiku API, then you can't really make any changes in there. See, now it's okay. I've still got the other one, this one. See, that one works fine. So we're stuck with this annoying little daemon in the desk bar. So whoever's in charge of this thing, please guys, do something about it. While you're at it, could you write a little bit of a documentation? People shouldn't have to figure this out. Okay, so let's see, that's not in recent. Timecop. Okay, it looks different now. Let's just close this, close that. Right, and so I'm still on the same day, so yeah, but you can see runtime, average runtime is now 30 minutes. Right, and what's that one? Oops. Endless week. All right, so if you run this thing for a couple of days, then you'll start to see a graph. You'll be able to see on Monday I ran it for 3 hours, and on Tuesday I ran it for 7 hours, that sort of thing. All right. Right, endless days, same sort of idea. Log file seems to be pretty empty by now. Minutes per hour. Okay, let's just make that a little bit easier to read. And you can see within each hour period how much time you've spent on the system. Shutdown reason. Oh yes, I've had one crash since I started loading this daemon. Right, but if I shut down properly this time, then again you start seeing graphs. So this is not very explicit at the moment because I've just installed it. You actually need to run this thing for a little while. So I'd say that, yeah, this is interesting information. They just need to do a few things to make it really useful. All right. So first of all, I'd say find a way to hide this. There must be a way to not have this show up in the desk bar. All right, then secondly, oh look, it's not showing up in recent applications. I wonder what's going on in that source code. Then, okay, it's not the end of the world, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows. No, I think there's 7. It's a little bit much. Couldn't all this be collected into one big window with all the data? And finally, I'd say, can we have an icon for Timecop? Just an idea. Little policeman icon. It's just a little bit of aesthetics, but if you don't get a nice icon in the desk bar, it's a little hard to take you seriously as a program. And once you've figured out how to hide this demon from the desk bar, it shouldn't be that hard to write a installation shell script that will automatically start it with every boot. Should be possible. Okay, so that is Timecop. Thank you very much, Mr. Policeman, Officer, Sir. And I will see you guys later.